Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, big breaking news. Actually, two of them. Are we going to get rid of income tax in the U.S.? There's a lot of talks about tariffs. Seems like Trump may be really serious about that, about abolishing income tax. But not only that, getting rid of capital gains tax too for crypto for American-based projects. That would be absolutely huge. So let's talk about these two things. And let's talk about today, how volatile it was and why we recovered. Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys. Welcome. We are at 102.3. So basically about where we were this morning. And then we went back down a little bit. And now we're coming back up once again. So it's looking good. Okay. Obviously not back to our 105, but we're not that far off. And a lot of projects like XRP above $3 once again. SUI making a big climb, almost $4 again. And we got several others that have started climbing once again, which is great. But what brought us down in the first place? Right? Obviously, it was due to what was shared this morning about DeepSeek, which is open language model or AI assistant, whatever you want to call it, that was revealed from China that actually you could download, but then it got hacked, so you can't actually register, but you could use it. And supposedly it was developed in 2 months with only $6 million and using ancient NVIDIA chips, supposedly. Okay, and it made the market so fearful. NVIDIA lost $600 billion in a single day, the largest loss in U.S. history. And not only that, I mean, so many other tech stocks obviously went down. It was a disaster. Okay, all due to this. And then supposedly they got hit with a large-scale cyber attack. So now they're limiting registration. Is that really the case? Or they're just limiting registrations because everyone wants to test it, right? Don't know what's going on, but there are a lot of talks about this. First of all, we had several people come out and say that, hey, they may say they only spent a little amount or they only have little amount of GPUs and this and that. But yeah, they have a lot more than what they say. I heard up to 50,000 GPUs, the latest H1000s, which they're not supposed to have, which was why they're not allowed to say it. And on top of that, they spent a lot more than $6 million, right? So, you know, there's a lot of just like, you know, trust me bros right now, right? Like, just because they said it does not mean that it actually happened. It's part of the, you know, you could say propaganda or just part of the gamification or just part of competition, right? But it scared the bejesus out of Wall Street today, caused everything to go down, and makes people wonder if we're in a bubble. But here's the reason why we're not in a bubble. And why this was probably done on purpose is because, look at this. America, Trump just announced a $500 billion investment for AI. China now, they said they will invest $138 billion over the next 5 years. If it was really that cheap to create AI for $5 million, $6 million, you would not need to throw $138 billion into it, right? So obviously, it takes a lot more money than that. But it's a race now. It's competition. And it's going to be fierce. And Trump knows that, right? But today, obviously, was just a major overreaction. I said that this morning. Tom Lee comes out and says the same thing. Because Wall Street loves to overreact. I've said this time and time again. You would think that Wall Street is smartest market on the planet, filled with the smartest people, and they would ignore this and they won't fall for the FUD. But no, they did. And they sold off hard. And, you know, tomorrow you could probably see a lot of them buying back, just like I said about Bitcoin. ETFs, whenever you see sell-offs for ETFs, and then you see the buybacks. You see the inflows. And then these people that bought back in, they had to buy at a higher price. Right? It made no sense. That's what I've been telling you guys. To stay strong, focus, don't fall for the FUD. This morning was a gift. Dips are gifts at this point. We will recover. We'll get past this. AI is going to be a big part of our future, no doubt. Right? But what about this? Okay, Trump is calling for an end to income tax. This was laughed at by many, and I'm going to admit I don't think this is going to happen. But Trump explains, yeah, he thinks there's some legs to this. You could survive as a country just based on tariffs. It certainly worked for Colombia. I don't know if it's going to work for everyone. Canada is like threatening back, saying, well, if you impose tariffs on us, we're going to cut off your electricity. Yeah, let's see what happens if that happens. But anyways, yeah, he's talking about it. Again, I don't know if this is actually going to happen. I don't think anyone's going to complain if we don't have to pay income tax. Okay, but again, there's probably a lot of things that need to be worked out behind the scenes. And approval. Someone said Congress approval. Yes, all these things need to happen. But man, it would be nice to not pay income tax, right? 20, 30, 40, 50% income tax. That's federal income tax. And a lot of us in the U.S., we pay state taxes, like up to 8% or 10%. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I know you Europeans are laughing at that. You're like, you think that's high. What about our 60 or 70%? I don't even know how Europeans can even survive with over 50% tax rate. But you know what? We'll see if it makes it happen. But his son, Eric Trump, did confirm this, that this is something that's being worked on for sure. U.S.-based crypto projects will benefit from zero capital gains tax. So this is definitely being worked on. Okay, this is another reason why I've been stressing American-based crypto projects are going to get a big boost this year because of it. Right? If this comes true, the likes of XRP, Cardano, Algorand, Hedera, and even like AVAX, Chainlink, Solana, Sui, all these that are based in the U.S. will benefit hugely, right? So I'm waiting for that to happen. He confirms it, so that means it's going to happen, right? Well, at least it's in the works. It's in the works. Again, I don't know how this go work accounting wise or tax wise. So if you buy, let's say XRP at like 30 cents and then you sell it for $30 and you don't have to pay any taxes on it, that's just insane. Right? Just like if you buy Solana at $10 and you sell it at $1,000 and you don't have to pay taxes, everyone's going to FOMO in. Why would you not? Like, you basically have no investments. You sell off all your investments and you just put into American-based crypto. That's all you need to do because you can make $1 billion and not pay taxes. I like to see it happen. I really would. All right. So these are very bullish things that are being worked on. Obviously, there's other bullish things, right? So that's why I've been saying fundamentally nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Just because price has gone down, everything else is still great. CFTC hints at roundtable to address digital asset market issues. Kind of like the SEC. They formulated a new task force to kind of look at digital assets as well. These are good things. These are not ways to stifle innovation or stifle talks. These are ways to make crypto great once again in this nation. Again, American-based crypto projects are going to get a huge boost this year. There's no doubt about it. Now, Robert Kiyosaki, he has said some crazy things in the past, and almost none of them has come true. But when he says good things about Bitcoin, I'm going to cover it. So in 2013, he made a prophecy, and he said there's going to be the buggiest stock market crash, I think the largest stock market crash in history. And that crash will come next month. Okay, everything will go on sale, cars and houses and bond market and stock market. Everything will crash and all the money will go into Bitcoin. Bitcoin will boom, boom, boom. Get on board while you can. Get out of fake and into crypto as well as gold and silver. Even one Satoshi will make you rich while millions will lose everything. Now, if that prophecy comes true, I don't think anyone will complain other than people that don't have Bitcoin. But this correlates with the timing that I've been telling you guys that I think Bitcoin is about to make the next leg up. We've been at this level for quite some time. And with all the bullish things that are being announced one after another, like you don't have to guess. Just read the room. You put it all together. We are going to go higher, a lot higher. It's just a matter of time. And I think that time is coming soon. So let's see. Let's see if he's right. Now, I don't think if everything crashes that is going to necessarily help Bitcoin, because obviously like today when everything crashed, it didn't help Bitcoin. But, you know, I do think that, you know, the next leg up is coming. EU Parliament told, don't be afraid of innovations like Bitcoin. Seize opportunities. That's right. I mean, everyone, again, read the room. Everyone is turning bullish. You also got the in-kind redemptions that's coming for ETFs, which will give less reason for people to sell and more reason for people just to ask for Bitcoin. BlackRock asked for it. 21 Shares asked for it. CBOE is now asking for it. So in-kind redemption of Bitcoin through the ETFs, very positive as well. People don't have to sell it. They could just ask for Bitcoin. That is very, very, very positive. Very positive indeed. And the last two things I'll say about Bitcoin. Number one, again, sometimes it seems like the sky is falling. Right? Like this morning, we fell back down to like 98, 99,000. But guess where we are right now? Above 102 again, and we're not that far off from all-time high. And if when you zoom out, you realize that, yeah, we haven't moved at all. We're still going according to plan, mimicking what has happened before, and what's coming next is terrific. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. All right, outside of Bitcoin, what else is there? Ripple has been so strong. I argue the strongest alt there is right now. And they just keep getting more momentum. Obviously, they're going to benefit from all the American initiatives. They secure license in New York, Texas. These are two of the toughest states in the U.S. That's why a lot of crypto exchanges do not operate in New York and Texas. So getting licenses in those two are essential, especially for their new stablecoin, right? And they're on the heel of winning their last appeal from the SEC. It's all great. It's great. And that's why whales are loading up. The price, whenever XRP dips, it just comes back right away. It is super, super strong right now. I would not bet against XRP. And again, I alone have the most educational video ever created about XRP. And I get pinged 100 times a day asking for me to play it because people go wild when I do. Outside of that, what else is there? Brian Armstrong says we need to rethink our listing process given there are 1 million tokens a week being created now. So evaluating each one is no longer feasible, and regulators need to understand that applying for approval for each one is totally unfeasible. So what does that mean? That means Coinbase is about to list a shitload of coins. Is that what that's what that means? Basically they're like, okay, we're not going to evaluate each one. We don't give a F if the SEC cares. We're not going to register. We are just going to list whatever we want. That's how I interpret that. Which means there are going to be a lot more pumps coming. A lot more pumps. What else is there? Jupiter, you know, they gave a lot of airdrops recently. I don't know if you guys checked. I checked. I got like $1,200 of Jupiter. Hopefully you guys checked. Make sure you check the airdrop site from their own X, not from anywhere else, because then you'll get rugged. But yeah, Jupiter is doing very well, obviously with all the memes and everything. And they bought Moonshot. I covered that this morning, which is like a meme app. So they're looking good. Another one, Telegram. I don't know, Telegram's not based in the US, but all Telegram apps will now be using Ton as the infrastructure. Okay, and we'll migrate by February 21st. Ton really got really not hot. But you know, they're still up there. Maybe they can turn things around. They were very hot in 2024. The hottest crypto in 2024. And then they slowed down toward the end. And now we don't hear a whole lot about them. But you know what? They could turn it around. Look at their users. Their Clickly games attracted nearly 40 million users in 1 year. So can they do it again? Quite possibly. All right. That's pretty much it. Let's do some Q&A. Tyler said, FAFO dev sold. Now it's a CTO. What's a community takeover? Okay. Is there a hope 5 million market cap? Sometimes community takeovers happen and they do very well. But that sucks. That sucks. This morning I covered it. It was like still 30 million. So let's see. Man, that kind of sucked. From here, well, looks like Trump may not be associated with this one. Or maybe he was. I don't know. I did warn you guys to be careful. The economics did look much better than Trump coin, but you just don't know. He might have just, him or his team might have just taken that avatar profile picture and just posted it for fun. Or they're behind it. You know, Barron may be behind it. I don't know. I have no idea. Holding at 5 million actually is still quite impressive. Normally, when there's a true rug, it just goes to zero. So, community takeover, there's still a chance. There are some community takeovers where they actually do well again, but most do not. RNGCR crypto. RNG crypto. You have to check out this hilarious meme of Jack Mallers crying about Ripple. It's gold. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Is it real or is it not? Or someone create, you know. George, the crowds are asking to see the XRP video. You know what? I can't show it that much because, you know, it makes Ripple pump.
What do you think about Ripple?
Well, I mean, I think it's too centralized, but I definitely want to meet Chris Larson.
That video will never get old. Never ever. Chuck Finger, thoughts on XCN? I kind of talked about that yesterday. Very hyped up, really for no reason. There was no reason for it to go up as much as it did, other than now they're somehow involved with Justin Sun. They settled some lawsuit with HTX, the exchange, and Justin. I think that had a lot to do with it. A lot of people were mistaken, thinking that XCN had some kind of ties to banks, especially with JP Morgan, because JP Morgan's internal project is called Onyx. It's not. It has nothing to do with it. In fact, JP Morgan renamed their division to some other division, so there's no confusion. They seem to more or less be a DeFi project now. So I was trying hard to make an association, like, are they connected to banks, to like specific banks? Are they doing anything special in the industry that may be making them go up because of all the new rules and stuff? I couldn't find anything. They help projects. They help projects on board and get involved with DeFi. That's about it. I can't find anything else. It could still do well. I think it did come down because when everyone, you know, FOMO's in, it tends to come down. Cryptari, I'm an XRP maxi. I understand that no tax on US crypto is amazing, but it's also probable that long-term holders will take a chance to sell also. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The new investors will all FOMO in. So there will always be more people coming in than people leaving. So I think it'll be a really good thing. Richard, AVAX is American company. Challenge me, do not at me. I'm purposely not going to answer you because you did that. Marziki, did George ditch ETH for XRP? No, I ditched ETH for Solana. I jumped on XRP because I saw the landscape changing. You got to get with the program. Anthony, why don't you talk about ETH? Because ETH is the past. And there are a lot of projects that's going to do a lot better than ETH. For example, Solana. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. Solana already surpassed ETH in every single measurable metric there is. Besides TVL, but that will change too. Do you think a meme coin listed on Robinhood is a bigger deal compared to being listed on regular exchanges? I think Robinhood is it's almost the same effect as Coinbase now. So yeah, I think it's a big deal. Maybe not as big as Coinbase, but it's definitely a big deal to be listed on Robinhood. Thoughts on Griffin? I have no idea. No idea. Trump did not buy ETH. World Liberty Financial and its decisions have nothing to do with Trump. So it's a DeFi project on ETH. They're trying to support ETH by buying a lot of ETH-based projects. But, man, a lot of those ETH-based projects are multi-chained and also supports the likes of Solana and Avalanche and others now. So it really doesn't even make them ETH-based anymore. But it's not him. Murat, thank you. What do you think about Austin's theory that we have 36 million coins that have oversaturated market? 36 million coins of what? Are you trying to say we have 36 million of Bitcoin? No. No. It'll be great. Today's overreaction day. It'll be great that tomorrow Bitcoin's right back up to 105. Like nothing's happened. And people that took advantage of the dip will be better for it. That's what I'm looking forward to tomorrow. What of that fool who lost his grandfather's mill? I didn't read that story. It probably happens all the time. There's that guy who lost like $800 million or whatever, $100 million of Bitcoin because he threw away the hard drive. He's been trying to like find it in some dumpster and never. Someone's asking about Toshi or Tashi. Toshi? 622 million, man. My team found this probably very early on. I covered last Friday when it was like 200 million or something. It went up 3x since Friday. I don't even have any. I didn't buy any. I was like, it's probably too high. And then look at where it is now. It's crazy. I mean, they're on base. This could be another huge base meme. I don't know how big Bread is now. Bread is at 870. Man, they're almost as big as Brett. Oh yeah, they could be surpassing Brett soon. I guess they did yesterday. They might become the biggest meme on base. I don't know. I don't know how much there is upside. There's probably more downside at this point than upside, but still, it could keep running. What is Trump coin at? Hey, recover a little bit. Almost 6 bill again. All right, guys. Got a good recovery today. Back to 102. Not a bad spot. Tomorrow should be a pretty good recovery day. Today was just clearly overreaction. Way, way, way too big overreaction. But we got a lot of good news. More confirmations that crypto is going to be great this year. So stay strong, my friends. Continue to hodl DCA and tune in tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Have a good one. Take care.